This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Wednesday. The runners-up from last year's Hugh Campbell Invitational, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers, took to the court last night. The Rattlers still have a lot of sting in them, but as our Jonathan Benson tells us in this recap from yesterday, one school got a little scare.
The R.M. Bailey Pacers and Mount Carmel Cavaliers starting off day two. R.M. Bailey getting off to a winning start, taking this one 46-39.
Our guys came out, we played hard today. That's something we went and do. We felt a little disappointed, that we didn't make the playoffs, but, we were back. We're going to make some noise, and I promise you that.
It's always good to win the first game in Hugh Campbell to be inside the winner's bracket.
Yeah, it's always good because, it gives us time to work on something else, to see what other people do, and to see what the wrongs we did. We got to work on some stuff, but, a win is a win, and we're happy for the win today. I think we could go through Monday night.
C.O. Walker and a Catherine up next. A Catherine would give C.O. Walker a run for their money, but in the end, the Knights would prevail 38-30. Knights coach Trevor Grant not impressed with the effort.
It's the same thing what's been happening all season. The guys not thinking basketball. They still playing street ball. And, I know what I see a lot of coaches going through. This year has been very, very terrible for us. Guys, I'm learning the game, and guys, I'm thinking the game out. They just going out there playing 21. And it's so hard to reform these guys nowadays. It's a bunch of stress.
We're not rated in terms of basketball. No one knows who we are. So I'm glad that we came out, we performed well. I thought they would have gone to blow us out, but I'm glad they only held us by 8 points.
As for the final game of day two, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers took care of the Temple Christian Suns 60-24, but coach Kevin K.J. Johnson not taking anything for granted.
We're going to take one game at a time. It's a tough tournament. You got good teams in Nassau Private coming from Freeport, so each team got to be ready to go.
Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks so much, Jonathan. A loaded schedule today in the Hugh Campbell Basketball Invitational. Game started from 2 p.m. Visiting squad out of the Turks and Caicos Islands, Clement Howell, defeated Hope Academy 54-46. Two Freeport teams played the second game. This one went in favor of 8 Mile Rock, 42-30 over Bishop Michael Eldon. Jordan Prince William beat out Central Eleuthera 42-32. The first game in the second session was played between CV Bethel and St. Paul's. Tabernacle and Mary Star of the Sea should be on the court right now. Kingsway Academy and Abaco Central will close the night. Still talking basketball, Buddy Hield got a big shout out in the House of Assembly today by Minister of Youth Sports and Culture, Dr. Daniel Johnson. Hield is regarded as the #1 Bahamian basketball player in the country.
The #1 player coming out of NCAA basketball this year. No one has seen the kind of performance he has had. Buddy Hield of the University of Oklahoma. Buddy Hield is notably has won the Big 12 Conference Men's Basketball Player of the Year 2015 and is on the way to winning it again in 2016. Buddy is a product of 8 Mile Rock, Grand Bahama, and is a product of the Hoyts basketball camp run by the one and only Mr. Moon McVie. Buddy went to University of Oklahoma. His drive and determination he learned growing up with his mother and led him to develop into one of the top players in college basketball in the United States, perhaps ever. Hield is now a senior in college and is often used in highlight reels. Every city he goes to, people want to see Buddy. Buddy has taken his game to the next level, and during his 4th collegiate season is projected to be in the top of the NBA draft. Buddy Hield is now ranked #1 by all standards in the men's NCAA tournament.
The Bahamas will look to win this year's High Points Award at the Carifta Swimming Championships in Martinique. The Albury sisters are leading the charge for Team Bahamas for the award.
It's always difficult to fill Joanna Everson's shoes, but Albury and Lily Higgs and the 15 and 17 girls, we expect those two girls to dominate that age group along with the other girls, of course. But Albury and Lily Higgs, we can ask the Bahamas to listen for those two names in Martinique, as well as we have the 13-14 boys, which is perhaps the best team we've ever assembled in that age group. We have 7 boys named to that team, and all of the boys have met qualifying times, and some are actually ranked in the top in their categories throughout the world. So, for example, we have a young man who's ranked #1 in the state of Florida, Isaac Bastian, and he's certainly expected to dominate his categories or his events in Martinique.
The Chris Brown Invitational is expected to be a fixture on the calendar from now on. The world-class meet will give Bahamians an opportunity to see some of the best athletes compete ahead of the Rio Games.
We already set the bar with the World Relays and also with this event, and also other meets that are scheduled to be on the calendar. And we want to give our juniors the chance to be up and close in person with these professional athletes that will be here internationally and our very own athletes. It's very rare that our athletes come home and perform. So our athletes are looking forward, even including myself, excited about coming home and performing in the front of the home crowd, because it's very rare that we get a chance to do that. So we are taking full advantage now and bringing home a world-class competition, and we just want to thank everyone for the support, and looking forward to putting on a good show.
The Rio Olympic Games will take place in August of this year. It's too late for one spot, but by the time the next hosting of the quadrennial games come around, indoor volleyball should be one of the sporting disciplines that is ratified by the BOC.
The Bahamas is very far in qualifying for the indoor volleyball competition. We are much closer on the beach because it's only 2 people on court at one time, so it's much easier to play. With 6, you need finances, and we need to practice a lot more. I feel as if we have some talent, but we really need more practice. And some of the top teams in the world, they practice 2-3 times a day right after most of their players are done with their professional season. So right now we have a few collegiate players playing overseas, but then when we get home, we don't train. So the key is more practice.
Now that he is wearing a new uniform, the Pittsburgh Pirates gear, Anton Richardson is hoping to quickly slide his way up in the organization.
This organization, man, they've been successful, like I said, for the last 3 years, and so I see them continuing to do the same thing. They have obviously put a formula together that has been successful and has been working, as the numbers show. You know, been one of the most successful teams in baseball for the past 3 or 4 years. And I expect nothing less. I expect us to continue down that road and get to the playoffs and win a few games. You know, it's been unfortunate the last couple of years, losing in the first round of the playoffs in the wild card game. But you know, hopefully this will be the year that you kind of get past that and go a little further into the playoffs.
Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.